Macmillan Audio presents the Nocilla Trilogy, Nocilla Dream, Nocilla Experience, and Nocilla Lab by Agustín Fernández Mallo. Translated from the Spanish by Thomas Bunstead. Read for you by Jason Manuel Olazabal. Nocilla Dream. 1. Digital computers are superb number crunchers. Ask them to predict a rocket's trajectory or calculate the financial figures for a large multinational corporation, and they can churn out the answers in seconds. But seemingly simple actions that people routinely perform, such as recognizing a face or reading handwriting, have been devilishly tricky to program. Perhaps the networks of neurons that make up the brain have a natural facility for such tasks that standard computers lack. Scientists have thus been investigating computers modeled more closely on the human brain. B. Jack Copeland and Diane Proudfoot. 2. Indeed, technically its name is U.S. Route 50. It's in Nevada, and it's the loneliest highway in North America. Passing through semi-mountainous desert, it links Carson City and the town of Ely. A highway in which, it ought to be stressed, there is precisely nothing. Nothing. A 260-mile stretch with a brothel at either end. In conceptual terms, only one thing on the entire route vaguely calls to mind the existence of humanity. A cottonwood tree, the only one that found water, with hundreds of pairs of trainers hanging from its branches. Falconetti, an ex-boxer from San Francisco, had decided to walk the length of it. He'd filled his green army rucksack with several gallons of water and a tablecloth to spread in ditches when it came time to eat. He went into a shop in Carson City, a supermarket with 5 foreshortened, ridiculous shelves. Stumps, he thought, if these 5 shelves were fingers. He bought bread, a large number of freeze-dried packages of jerky, and some butter cookies. He set off, passing through the city limits, leaving them behind. A silhouetted plateau rose up before him in the distance. The asphalt, fleshy, sank down in the 37 degrees Celsius midday heat. After a time he came past the Honey Root, the last brothel before the desert commenced, and Samantha, a dyed brunette who was doing her toenails in the shade of the porch, acknowledged him in the same way she always acknowledged passing cars, trucks, and pedestrians, simply wishing them luck. Though on occasion she also said, "If you see a guy on his own in a red Ford Scorpio and he's going to New York, you tell him to get back here." Falconetti pressed play on his Walkman and pretended he hadn't heard. Instinctively, he quickened his pace, his feet sinking farther into the 37 degrees Celsius asphalt. He'd left San Francisco almost a month earlier, after the Army kicked him out. There, while still in the Army, he'd read the history of Christopher Columbus and, captivated by the man's audacity, had the idea of doing the same thing as him, but in reverse, going from west to east. He'd never been outside of San Francisco before. 3. As soon as he saw it, he felt sure that it wasn't a good thing, though it didn't necessarily seem bad either. Strange. It was a shoe thrown into the middle of the asphalt expanse. Neither 2 nor 4 nor 8, nor any other even number, but the odd number par excellence, 1. Billy the Kid, making the journey from Sacramento to Boulder City, with his professional mountain climber father, was used to traveling in the back bed of the truck among the 11-millimeter ropes, the Petzl harness, and the large assortment of carabiners. The father, just Billy, had improvised a harness for the child, cinching carabiners tight on either side of the belt so he wouldn't go flying on the curves. Billy the Kid was beaming. They'd left early that morning to be in time for the 3rd Boulder City rock climbing competition. His father was taking part.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?